Now, I don't think that's quite the case for us here where we are in North Carolina, Elizabeth. It's still going to be pretty high, and we're hot, I should say, with the heat indices beyond 100.
Yeah, we are too far away from the coast to have that delightful sea breeze, but they're definitely feeling it on the coast today. We take a live look here at RDU, looking at mainly sunny skies at this point. Of course, we had some thunderstorms yesterday. They were fairly late in the evening. We had some thunderstorms that produced some wind damage and a few power outages. Of course, all of that is over, but we may see some redevelopment without the same potential for severe storms later on today. The heat remains all the way through Thursday. High pressure sitting over us, just not moving very much. High pressure systems have sinking air associated with them. Sinking air condenses and warms as it does so and creates all of this heat. So highs 96 to 100 for us all the way through Thursday. For today, we have an extreme heat warning. It'll feel like 110 to 115, 110 from the triangle northward, from the triangle southward, as much as 110 to 115. Heat advisory there in orange, and that does include some of our northern counties where it'll feel like up to 108, and that's what we'll see tomorrow. So we're going to bring it down maybe by about 5 degrees, but it still stays in the danger zone. Here's an hour by hour heat index for today. By 11 o'clock, it feels like 103, as hot as 110 to 111 right there in the middle of the afternoon through around 5 o'clock or so. Here's Futurecast, and we'll see mostly sunny skies for the next few hours. Once we get into the middle of the afternoon, a few cells begin to pop up. You can see by 4 or 5 o'clock, 1 or 2 of those. It's not going to be much if you were hoping to not have to water your yard or your garden today. That's probably not going to be enough to cover it, but a few isolated cells pop up, and we're not likely to see the same severe threat that we did yesterday. Finally, a rare cold front comes through by Friday, and that will up our chance for thunderstorms, and it will also help to cool things down for us as we get into the weekend. As a matter of fact, the first week of August, the 2nd through the 6th, as a matter of fact, we could easily see below average temperatures. What does that look like this time of year? Could drop us all the way into the mid-80s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Right now, the weekend is looking fairly dry, but Thursday and Friday, we could have some storms, and especially Thursday, some of those could be severe.
We are experiencing yet another heat advisory today. We know that all of this heat, Elizabeth, is what has also been fueling some of those storms.
It has, and we did have some severe weather yesterday. We do have the chance for some isolated thunderstorms again today, but they're less likely to be severe. So the heat's really our big story. We're going to see a heat index between 105 and 115 through at least Wednesday. After that, Thursday still looks a little on the hot side, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday look much better. We take a live look outside here. Our Garner camera looking across Wake County. 83 is our temperature, and our dew point is 72. And of course, the dew point is a measure of moisture in the atmosphere, and the higher that is, the harder it is for our bodies to cool themselves appropriately. And so that's why we have these heat alerts and we have these high heat indices. So the pink shaded area is an extreme heat warning. That's a rare thing for us typically, but this year we've had a number of them. We're likely to be back to a heat advisory for tomorrow. It still will feel like up to 108. Today it could feel like up to 115. So just be careful out there. I know we have long, hot summers. A lot of people do work outside, and you've got your routine. Just make sure you really are careful to stick to it today with this extreme heat. Temperature this afternoon in the Triangle in the upper 90s, could be around 100 in Fayetteville, 94 up in South Hill and around Roxborough. Hour by hour heat index, we're going to be in the triple digits for hours, starting as early as 11 o'clock this morning all the way through 7 p.m. And then the hottest time of the day will be mid to late afternoon between around 3 and 5, where we'll be anywhere between 110 and 115. And then after that, it's going to bounce around a little bit. We could be anywhere between 105 and 110 Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But then after that, we should get a nice break from some of that heat. Again, a lot of folks do have to work out in the heat. Just make sure that you're hydrating, taking those breaks, taking some breaks in the shade. Of course, the impact of heat is cumulative, meaning the more you're exposed to the heat, the more likely it is that your body will succumb to some of those heat-related injuries. This afternoon and evening, a few isolated cells pop up. Should be pretty quiet during the evening commute, but around dinner time, we may have a few additional cells pop up, but I wouldn't expect the same damage that we saw yesterday. 3 days in a row of a weather alert day. And then after that, we change gears a little bit. Both Thursday and Friday will bring a better chance for storms, possibly some severe weather Thursday or Friday, but that'll also bring the cooler temperatures with highs in the 80s.